Hi everybody, welcome to Barre with Mary. Today we have a 15-minute full body bar mashup class. So two classes put together that I think pair really nicely to give you a total body workout. You do not need any equipment for either of these classes. So our first class is a mat class focused on strengthening the core and the back. You're going to get lots of upper back work, lots of abdominal work, lots of things that help support and align your posture. The second half is also a mat class, which is great, working the thighs, the glutes, and the hips. So very lower body focused, strengthening the hip joint, strengthening the knee joint. Put together, you have an amazing class that is really going to work you head to toe. You're going to feel really strong, really aligned. So if you have all your equipment, which is just a mat, roll it out and let's get started. Come on down to the mat. We're going to start in an all fours position. So hands come under the shoulders, knees come under the hips, and I want you to start with the circular cat-cow. So we ground the spine, curl the crown of the head and the tailbone towards each other, and then circle over to the right, arch up to the ceiling, and circle over to the left. Keep going in this direction, tracing concentric circles with the crown of your head and with your tailbone, opening up the chest, getting a little bit of mobility into the spine. One more time this direction. And then I want you to switch, circle the other way. Don't worry too much about what this looks like. Just let it feel really good. Finding your breath. Two more times. Last one. And then I want you to come to a neutral spine position. So the crown of the head and the pubic bone are really reaching away from each other. Spread through the fingers here. Shift your weight back slightly so you take some of the pressure off of your wrist joints. Bring your left hand behind your head. We're going to inhale, open up towards the ceiling, lifting the chest. And on your exhale, I want you to twist, rotating your left elbow to your right wrist. 3 more like that. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. 2 more. Last one. Coming through to center. We'll just switch sides. Left hand down, right hand to the back of the head. Inhale, rotate the chest up to the ceiling. Exhale, right elbow to left wrist. So getting this twist through the mid-spine. 2 more times. Last one. Come to neutral. Both hands down to the mat and then realign your shoulders right over the wrists here. I want you to start by spreading your fingers really wide. Press into all 10 finger pads and really squeeze your thumbs towards each other. Now tuck your toes under here. I want you to maintain this neutral spine alignment. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, feel your inner thighs squeeze towards each other. Then lift the knees to a low hover so you're in a bear plank. On your inhale, gently tap your knees back down to the mat, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, inner thighs draw in, abdominals hug up to the sky, lift the knees, hover, keep going like that. So you inhale, tap the knees down. Exhale, lift, hips come up to shoulder height. So as we exhale and lift to this bear plank, really focusing on the wrapping of your transverse abdominis, so the deepest layer of your core. So I want you to feel the sides of your waist hugging in towards the belly button. And then I want you to feel the front and the back of your abdominals really hugging towards one another. So all 4 sides of your abdominals are wrapping in towards center as you exhale. Then on your inhale, you soften and lengthen. Notice as you exhale and lift the knees, are you also squeezing the glutes? Try to keep the glutes really relaxed here so that we're not rounding through the low spine. You're maintaining that nice neutral alignment with a little natural curve to your low back. 2 more times. On this last one, I want you to hold the bear plank and just breathe. Big inhale, big exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. Lower the knees down, untuck your toes, but stay in this all fours position. Reach your left arm forward in front of you with the pinky down. I want you to lift the arm up so the bicep comes by your ear. From here, left arm taps the floor, left arm lifts, left arm sweeps back behind you, Left arm sweeps forward. Keep going like that. Tap it down. Lift it up. Now as you squeeze it back, the palm flips in. Palm flips in. With this series, you have the option to stay right where you are, or if you want to make it a little more challenging, extend your right leg long behind you, tucking the right toes under. So you're giving a little bit more work for the abdominals. This is layer 2. If you're looking for even more challenge, on your next exhale, I want you to float your right leg up. Now keep your right leg still as your left arm continues to move. If that's too much for you, feel free to bring your right foot back down to the mat. With the right leg lifted, really think about keeping the right leg in parallel. So the right pinky toe is pointing down towards the floor. Shoulders are soft. 2 more times with this left arm pattern. Last one, left arm tap. Left arm lift. Sweep it back. Now hold that sweep forward. Left thumb is pointing up to the ceiling. Reach forward with the left fingers. Reach back with the right heel and start to pulse arm and leg. Up and up. You've got it. Up and up. Now if your right leg is down, don't worry about pulsing it. Relax through the left shoulder here and then really push down into the right palm and the right fingertips. Feel your right shoulder drawing down away from your ear and continue to feel the engagement of your abdominals that you found in that bear plank. 8 more pulses right here. It's 8, 6, go 4, 3, 2, stay right there, take a breath in. On your exhale, pull the right knee back in underneath you into that all fours position. Now I want you to extend your left leg long behind you and then rotate to face me, reaching the left arm up to the sky, coming into this modified side plank. So your left hand is pressing down into the mat still. If you need a little break for the wrist, feel free to take it here and just kind of shake it out or come down onto your forearm, okay? Take an inhale, open the chest, shoulders and hips are stacked. As you exhale, I want you to take your bottom right knee and I want you to squeeze it up. On your inhale, lower the right leg down. Exhale, squeeze the right leg in. Inhale, lower it down. 2 more times. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lower. Last one. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lower. Hold that lower position. Take a breath. As you exhale, maybe you float your left leg up. Maybe you reach your left arm overhead. Soften through the left shoulder, reach out through the left heel, and then really feel the right side obliques hugging up to the ceiling. From here, just pulse arm and leg. Up and up. You've got it. Up and up. Relax through the right shoulder. Reach out through the left heel and through the left fingertips. Hug the front low ribs in, and really think about pushing down into the top of the right foot as you squeeze the outer right hip and wrap the right side obliques in and up for 8, 6, go 4, 3, 2, hold it right there, inhale. Exhale, lift a little higher. Hold 4, 3, 2, whew. Pull everything in. Take a seat on your heels. Take a moment here, little fluid side bend. Left arm comes up and over, and right arm comes up and over. Awesome job. So, giving ourselves a chance to breathe here before we take the other side. One more time, either direction. Meet me back at center. All fours position, second side. Hands come under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Find that neutral spine alignment, pressing the back of the head up to the ceiling. Now tuck the toes under, take a big breath in. As you exhale, feel the inner thighs wrap towards each other, the belly lift, and then you hover your knees to that bear plank position. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, hover and lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. So again, coming back to that 360-degree wrapping sensation. So not just thinking about the belly pulling up to the spine, but also thinking about how the sides of the waist and the back all wrap in towards center with equal intention here. So you maintain that nice natural curve in your spine. We fire up the low belly band. So really thinking about your low abdominals hugging up towards the ceiling as we lift the knees up to the hover. 4 more times. 3 more. Last 2. Last one, I want you to hold this bear plank. 2 big long breaths. Inhale. Exhale, front low ribs knitted and up. 1 more time, breathe it in. Exhale it out. Tap your knees down. Untuck your toes, extend your right arm forward, and reach it up, bicep comes along the ear. From here, tap your right pinky finger down. Lift it up. Sweep the right arm back behind you, palm flips in. Sweep it back to reach forward. There's your pattern. Pinky tap, hand lifts, sweep it back, sweep it forward. Now layer 1 is right here, focusing on keeping everything but your right arm completely still. If you want a little bit more, on your next exhale, extend your left leg behind you, keeping the toes tucked. This is an amazing place to stay, asking a little bit more work out of your abdominals. If you're feeling like you want to take it all the way up, next exhale, left leg floats up so you find your balance in this bird dog position. Even with the leg lifted, keep the hips square. So inner thighs are drawing towards each other. Left pinky toe is rotating down towards the floor. 4 more. Relax through the shoulders, spreading the left fingers wide, pressing down through all 5 finger pads on the left hand, and softening that left shoulder. Last time, down, up, sweep it back, sweep it forward, hold it there. From here, little pulses, up and up and up. Reach the right fingertips forward, reach the left heel back. Feel the abdominals lift, almost like you're doing a bear plank here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it right there. Left knee comes back in under the hip. Take an inhale. On your exhale, extend your right leg behind you. Rotate, modified side plank. Right arm reaches up to the sky, pushing down into the top of the left foot, stacking the shoulders, stacking the hips. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, squeeze that bottom thigh in to meet the top. Inhale, you lower. 3 more like that. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, lower. Left side obliques are working here. 2 more. Last one. Inhale, lower. Hold it there. Take a breath. Exhale, lift the right leg up hip height. Maybe right arm reaches overhead. Reach fingers and heel away from each other. Relax to the shoulders. Soften to the left elbow. Little pulses up, arm and leg go up and up and up. Make sure that all 5 toes of the right foot are pointing toward me, pushing down into the top of the left foot, squeezing the outer left hip, wrapping the left side obliques up and in. 8 more. Go 8. Go 6. Go 4, 3, 2. Hold it right there. Inhale. Exhale, reach a little higher. Soften the shoulder. Hold here for 4, 3, 2. Come back to your all fours position. Walk your legs back and lower all the way down onto the belly here. Letting your nose just come to gently rest at the top of the mat. Hands are going to come behind your head, interlacing your fingers back behind the skull. Your elbows are down on the floor here. Now push down to the tops of the feet. Push down to the pubic bone. Take a big breath in here. As you exhale, hug the abdominals up and in, really supporting your low back. Now on your next inhale, the only thing that's going to happen is I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together and lift your elbows off of the floor. On your exhale, tap your elbows back down. Inhale, elbows squeeze and lift. Inhale, lower. So this movement is coming from your shoulder blades. I want you to feel your shoulder blades hugging in towards center and then spreading wide. It's not going to be a huge movement. Just getting a little bit of mobility for the scapula and some strength into the upper back, as well as some opening across the chest. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. After this last one, we're going to keep going with these lifts of the elbows, but now I want you to add in a lift of your chest. So on your inhale, lift your chest, lift your elbows. On your exhale, lower everything down to the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep going. Now as you lift up, I want you to push the tops of your feet down into the floor. Feel your pubic bone pressing down. And then really lift your abdominals up. So this isn't about collapsing into the low back. It's about lengthening out through the crown of the head and lifting from the mid-spine. So right around the back of the rib cage, that's where I want you to lift. 2 more times. On this last one, lift it up. Hold that slight extension in the chest and go back to tapping your elbows down to the floor, lifting them back up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Keep breathing. 4 more. 3. And go 2. Last one down. Hold the up. Feel the shoulder blades squeezing together. Keep that squeeze and extend your arms back behind you. Palms face in towards your thighs. Thumbs point down to the floor. Push down to the tops of the feet. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Now from here, I want you to take little lifts up with the arms. Go up and up. Go lift and lift. So triceps are working, but you're continuing to draw your shoulder blades in towards each other. Now this is obviously back work, right? Pretty obvious. But let it also be abdominal work. So really pushing down into the pubic bone, hugging the front low ribs in and up, and feeling the belly lifting away from the mat as much as possible here. Go 8 more. Go 4, 3, hold the lift of the arms, take a breath in here. As you exhale, I want you to bend through the elbows and bring the hands back behind the head. As you inhale, extend the arms back behind you into that tricep extension. So it's inhale, bend the elbows, hands behind the ears. Exhale, arms sweep back, maybe chest lifts a little higher. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Hold the extension of the arms. Here's where we finish class. Right here, take a little bend in the elbows, big stretch, little bend, big stretch. You're here for 8, 7. Thumbs are pointing down to the floor, tops of the feet are pushing into the mat. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bend, hold that reach, inhale. Now as you exhale, maybe you squeeze the arms in towards each other. Maybe you want to lift the legs just an inch or 2 off the mat, thinking more about elongating through the toes than squeezing the glutes. Hold right here for 4, 3, 2. Lower down, stacking your hands, resting your forehead down. Bend the knees, windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Amazing work. Releasing the low back. 1 more big breath here. Let it go. And then I want you to extend the legs long. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Press yourself back into a child's pose. So the big toes come together. The knees go wide. And we release our seat down to the heels. Taking a moment just to relax and soften the low back. Letting our hips fall down towards our heels. Big inhale. And exhale. We're going to start down on our backs today. So lay down on your mat. Plant your feet, taking them as wide as the mat. Arms are going to come out to a cactus shape, and we'll start by just windshield wiper. Oh wait, no, that's not mine. Our whole class is going to be down on the mat today. So come on down and lay on your backs. Bringing the knees up to a tabletop position, taking the arms out into a cactus shape. I want you to glue the legs together here. And as you inhale, we're going to let our legs just fall over to the left. As you exhale, right side obliques engaged to pull your knees back up through center. And we inhale, release them over to the right. Exhale, left side obliques, pull your knees back to center. And just like that, side to side, remembering it's just the warm up. So don't worry too much about it. Let it feel good. Getting a nice twisting motion through the spine, opening through the chest, and of course getting some core activation here as you lift the knees back through center. One more time either direction. Last time. Bring the knees hips distance and then bring the feet down to the ground. Arms can come to rest at your side. We're going to roll through the spine, coming up into a bridge position. So take an inhale. As you exhale, scoop the pubic bone towards the belly button. And one vertebrae at a time, we're going to roll up to a high bridge position. Take a breath in there. And on your exhale, roll it down one vertebrae at a time, articulating through the spine. Keep going like that at your pace, using your exhale to move and your inhale to hold. So unlike if we were doing bridge work and we would just be pressing the hips up in a neutral spine, I want you to really think about rolling through. So we do come out of neutral as we roll up, and we come out of neutral as we roll back down. 2 more times like this. Last time, we're going to roll it up on the exhale, and I want you to hold that high bridge position. Double check you're not so high that your rib cage is flaring, so if you need to bring your hips a little lower to maintain neutral through the mid-spine, feel free to do that. Take a breath in here, and on your exhale, I just want you to march your left leg up, lower it down, and then exhale, switch, right leg marches up. Just switching side to side, trying to keep our hips as stable as possible. So abdominals have to be engaged here in order not to drop from one side to the other. Feeling a little bit of activation into the hamstrings, into the glutes. We're going to do 4 more marches just like this. Give me 4, 3, 2, last one. Feet lower down. Roll back down through the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Hug the knees into the chest. Give them a little squeeze. And then we're going to rock up and over into an all-fours position to get the party started. Okay, coming down onto our forearms here. So you're in a forearm tabletop position. Elbows are under the armpits. Hands are in line at the elbows. Your knees are right underneath your hips here. Now I want you to push into your forearms and really spread your shoulder blades wide in this position. Tuck through the left toes. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, we're just going to kick the left leg all the way straight. And on your inhale, you're going to lower it back down to the mat. Exhale, kick it straight. Inhale, lower it down. Keep going like that. So starting with focusing on our left glutes and our left hip today. As you extend the left leg out to straight, making sure you're maintaining parallel. So we're not rotating the hips open. The left pinky toe continues to point down towards the floor. And we're really squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings on the left leg in order to kick the leg straight. Give me 4 more like this. 4, 3, last 2. Kick the leg straight, hold it there. Now from here, we're going to draw a rainbow shape. Take your left toes out to the left, tapping your big toe to the outside of the mat. Exhale, squeeze it up through center, and then pinky toe taps to the outside of the right edge of your mat. Up through center. Tap left big toe and left pinky toe. Just drawing this rainbow shape side to side. Now think about that abdominal activation we just did in our warm-up. Those little marches, making sure the hips weren't rocking from side to side. Same idea here. You're pressing into the forearms. You're pressing into the top of the right foot. And then every time we lift the left leg through center, we're squeezing through the glutes and lifting the abdominals. So we're not arching into the back to lift the leg, but really activating the glutes and the hamstrings to lift the leg. 4 more like this. 3, 2, last one. Meet me center. We're going to trace little circles with our left heel. Circles about the size of an orange. Does not matter the direction, you're just circling one direction. We'll reverse it in a moment. So feeling nothing else in your body is moving besides the left leg. So the left femur bone, the thigh bone, is tracing little circles in the hip socket here for 4, for 3, for 2, and just reverse, go the other direction. Tracing circles again, about the size of maybe a grapefruit. Yeah, so a decent sized circle here. Pressing into the forearms, continuing to spread the shoulder blades wide, knowing that we'll come out of this position pretty soon. 4 more times like that. 4, 3, 2. Hold the left leg straight. Here, flex the left foot. And I just want you to take little pulses up with the leg. Go up and up, little pulses up and up. Really pressing out through the left heel here. So you're feeling the left glute working, but I also really feel this into my left hamstring. Continue to feel length through the crown of the head and really lift up through the abdominals. Give me 16 pulses, 16, 15. We'll hold it, and then things will change. Keep breathing here. 8 more, go 8. Go 4, 3, 2. Here's where you hold it. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, extend the left leg a little straighter and lift it a little bit higher, pressing into the forearms. Just hold and breathe for 4, 3, lift it a little bit higher, 2, lower the left toes back down to the mat, roll over onto your right side, coming to rest on your right forearm, bending that bottom right knee, right elbows underneath your right shoulder, keeping the left leg extended here, okay? So I want you to start by really setting up your alignment. Push down to the right forearm and lift up to the right side obliques. Shoulder stack, hip stack. Beautiful. Now maintain this alignment, stack your knees, and slide them forward here. So you have this 90-degree bend. Your knees are in line with your hips. Now this top hand can rest on your top hip, or you can come to the mat, your choice. On your inhale, we're gonna squeeze this outer left glute, lift the left leg up as high as we can get it without rotating the hips. Inhale, lower it down. I think I had you inhale twice. Don't do that. Use your inhale and your exhale. So whatever breathing pattern works better for you is great for me here. Okay, now with us propped up on this right forearm, you might notice your range of motion is a little bit smaller. That's totally fine. If it's uncomfortable or it bothers you, you can also lay all the way down onto your right side. If you're propped up on your forearm, it's going to give you a little bit more shoulder and oblique work, but that is not the focus of this class. So please feel free to modify and adjust the positions as necessary. As we lift this top left leg, we're doing so by squeezing the outer left glute, not because we're rolling back and opening our hips up to the ceiling. Notice my hips aren't moving, my shoulders aren't moving, just my leg is moving. We have 4 more like that. 3 more. Last 2. Now lift the left leg up, hold it. It's a little pulse, down, up, little down, little up. I'm hoping you're feeling a lot of heat building into that outer left hip. That's the idea. Here's the hip work section of class, right? 8 more little pulses. Here go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. Lower the left leg all the way to a hover. So it's just an inch or 2 above your right knee. Inhale, pull the left knee close to the chest. Exhale, press it all the way straight, flexing through the left foot. Inhale in. Exhale, press. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, press it straight. So the whole time we're trying to hover this left leg, and we're maintaining that parallel position. So all 5 toes of the left foot are pointing straight forward towards me. As you kick your left leg straight, make sure you're not collapsing into this bottom side waist. So continue to lift up to the right side obliques and really feeling the left outer hip and the left glute working together here to maintain your alignment. 4 more times. 3 more. Last 2. Last one in. Take it out. Hold it. 1 more time. Here's little circles. This time your circles are going to be a lot smaller. Totally fine. Mine are too. Way less like a grapefruit, more like a quarter. You're here for 4, 3, 2, switch. Go the other direction. Really reaching energy out through the left heel and continuing to feel that parallel alignment for 4, 3, 2. Last variation here, little pulses up with the left leg, up and up. You've got it, up and up. I'm hoping you're feeling a lot of heat into the left glute, into the left outer hip. We have 16 more and we'll hold it. Ready? 16. Go 12. Double check you're not collapsing into your right side waist. It's 8, we're gonna hold it. 6, we're gonna hold it. Go 4, 3, 2, hold it right there. Inhale. Exhale, lift a little higher. Press the left leg a little longer and hold and breathe for 4. Things will change in 3. Things will change in 2. Lower the left leg down. Now stick with me here, okay? We're gonna bend that left knee, roll to the back edge of your right hip and plant your left leg. Extend your right leg all the way straight. We're still propped up on this bottom right forearm, okay? So now instead of being on the side of my hip, I'm much more on the cheek of my right side. Left hand can just rest on your left knee. We're switching the focus now into right side inner thigh. On your exhale, float the right leg up, and on your inhale, lower it down. So now left glute, left hip, you get a nice little break here. And we're gonna bring the attention to this right inner thigh. So just like in that hip work, I want you to maintain parallel in this right leg. So it can be really tempting to kind of rotate it externally here, so turning it out. Instead of that, I want you to really maintain parallel. So all 5 toes of the right foot are pointing directly at me. It's almost like you have something balanced on your ankle. You're gonna keep it there the whole time. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? 4 more, 4, 3, 2, lift it up, hold it. Take the bend of the knee, pulling it all the way to the chest. Exhale, press it straight. Inhale, little frog leg. Exhale, press. Now you might notice you're starting to collapse in your right shoulder. I definitely am. One more time, press into the right forearm, lift out of it. So it's a little sneaky shoulder work here today too. I bet you didn't think you were gonna get that. Little bonus treat. 3 more times. 2 more. Last one, in. Now kick the right leg straight, hold it there, little pulses up, right leg goes up and up, you've got it, up and up. If you prefer to point the right toes, that's totally fine here as well, okay? Whatever is most comfortable for you with that right foot, great for me. Double check. We're not scrunching our shoulders up to our ears. Double check. Your chest is rotating slightly up towards the ceiling here. So you have a little bit more space, and it's a little bit more comfortable to be more on the right cheek than on the right hip. 8 more pulses, up right leg goes 8. 6, go 4, 3, 2, final variation here. Keep the right leg where it is. Take the tiniest bend in the right knee, maybe flex the right foot, and then extend the right leg straight. So it's a tiny bend and a big stretch. Tiny bend, big stretch. So it's like that little frog leg we did, but mini. Tiny bend, kick. Tiny bend, kick. Keep going with that. Just do it a little faster. Ready? Bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch. You've got it. Press and press. Really feel the right inner thigh working here. Maybe float the right leg a little bit higher. We have a hold to finish this side. You're there in 8, 6, go 4, 3, 2, hold it right there. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you're welcome to stay where you are, or maybe you kick the left leg straight to meet the right, squeezing the heels towards each other. Press down into the right forearm, lifting the chest, and then see if you can lift the legs just 1 inch higher. Hold and breathe for 4, 3, 2, sit all the way up. Awesome job. Let's start with a seated figure 4. Left ankle crosses over right thigh. Lifting your chest up. And I like to find a little movement here. Knowing you can walk this right heel as far or as close to you as feels good, okay? One more big inhale here. And exhale. Take this top left leg, just stack it in front of you. We're gonna swing the right leg behind us. We'll take a quick little inner thigh stretch here, okay? So we'll rotate up and over towards the front left knee, and then just melt over that front thigh, getting a nice little release, not only for this front hip, but also for that back right inner thigh, melting it down towards the mat. Take a big breath in here, and let it go. One more time, inhale. And exhale. All right, party people, let's do the second side. We're already facing over to the left side of the mat. Perfect. We'll just continue Spinning that direction to find all fours, and then tapping the forearms down for forearm tabletop. Now, if you found that your shoulders were absolutely cooked by the end of that first side, come on up to your hands, that's totally fine. Once you're down in that position, really press into the forearms, spread the shoulder blades wide. Flex through the right toes, take a big inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. And on your exhale, kick the right leg straight. Inhale, tap it back into its starting position. Exhale, extend, and inhale back. Keep going like that. Now notice here as you lifted the right leg, did you shift all of your weight over to the left? Try to put a little bit more weight into your right forearm. And really feel your left hip bone pulling back here as you press down to the top of the left foot. Every time you extend your right leg straight, you're flexing and pushing through the right heel. Right pinky toe is continuing to point down towards the floor. So we're not rotating the pelvis open at all. You're maintaining that parallel position. And you really feel the squeeze, not just in the glutes, but also that squeeze to the right hamstring, to the back of the thigh. 4 more here. 3 more. Last 2. Last one in. Hold the right leg straight. We have that rainbow motion. So tapping the right big toe to the outside of the mat, lifting up through center, right pinky toe to the opposite side of the mat, up through center, up and over this little rainbow. Every time we lift the leg up, really using your exhale, hugging the abdominals up and in and making sure the hips are not rocking side to side here. So one of the key parts of a bar class is that we're really focused on the alignment, right? We're focused on doing it correctly, making it more challenging for ourselves, because that's really the whole point. That's what makes it effective. If you're doing this movement by arching and rounding through the low back, or by just dipping and lifting your hips, yes, you're doing the movement, but you're not actually getting any of the effects that you're hoping for, I'm guessing, with strengthening the glutes, the hamstrings, the hips. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. The last one, you're gonna meet me center, and we have those little circles, grapefruit-sized circles with the right heel. So like I put a little paintbrush on your heel, you're just drawing circles on the wall behind you. Really reaching length out through the right heel. Reaching length forward through the crown of the head and making sure we're not collapsing into the shoulders here. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one, reverse, go the other way. Really squeezing at the back of the right leg and at the right glute. 4 more. 3, 2. Meet me center. Here's where we finish. Little pulses up with the right leg, up and up. You've got it, up and up. Really reaching long through the back of the leg. Breathing here, drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. We're here for 16, 15. We'll hold it in 12. Go 8, 6. It's 4, 3, 2. Hold it right there, reaching out through the right heel. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, press into the forearms and lift the right leg a little higher. Hold it right here. 4, 3, 2. Lower the right leg down to the mat. Roll over onto your left side, laying down, propping yourself up on this left forearm if that feels okay for you. Let's set ourselves up first. Really pressing left shoulder over the left elbow here, drawing the left side of the waist up and in. And then from here, hips stay stacked, shoulders stay stacked, bend the knees, and come to this 90-degree angle here. Whatever you want to do with this top right hand, fine with me. Right leg comes to a hover. We lift it up, and we lower it down. It's inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. So as you find this movement here, again, double checking, nothing is moving besides this right leg, which might mean you don't lift it very high, and that's totally fine. I want you to really think about where you're working. So feel that outer right glute and hip. Squeeze to lift the leg and lower it down. The lower leg is just kind of along for the ride here. Now check in with your upper body. Are you gripping and tensing through your face and your neck? Are you collapsing into the left side of your waist? Really feel that press down with the left forearm. And again, if it's just too much on the shoulder, or if you feel like your range of motion is uncomfortable, you can always lay down on your left side. But even if you're laying down, you're still thinking about lifting up to the left side waist. Okay, we're not collapsing here. Give me 4 more like this. 4, 3, 2. Lift it up, hold it. You've got that little pulse, down and up, go down and up, little pulse, little pulse, little pulse. I know it's an unusual position, but it's really effective on that outer right glute, that outer right hip. And think about all of the work you're doing to support the hip joint here, right? So it's not just about strengthening the muscles, it's also about strengthening them and increasing mobility into your joints. Go 8, 7, 6, 5, go 4, 3, 2, lower it down to that, just that low hover. Inhale, pull the right knee to the chest, and exhale, kick it straight. It's inhale, pull it in, and exhale, kick it straight. Keep going like that. So my older son asked me yesterday, he's like, Mom, how come old people always throw their backs out? I'm not sure where that came from, which is kind of always this case with that kid. Lots of random things pop into his brain. But we had a long talk, I'm sure longer than he wanted, about how as we get older, if we don't increase our mobility, increase our flexibility, increase our work on our balance, then that goes away, right? And so a lot of those injuries happen because we were not strengthening the joints. We were not improving our flexibility. Yeah, we were not continuing to move our bodies. 3 more times. 2 more. Last one in. Hold this one out. You've got little pulses up with the right leg, up and up. Oh no, I'm kidding. Little circles. Go, little circle, little circle. I almost forgot. I was so busy thinking about my conversation, telling a really important story. So these circles are a little smaller, about the size of a quarter. 4 more. Go 4, 3, 2. Reverse, go the other direction. Little circle, little circle. You're almost done. This right leg is almost off the hook. Press into that bottom left forearm for 4, 3, 2. Now we finish with the pulses. Up and up. You've got it. Up and up. We're here for 16, 15. Long through both sides of the waist. Relax through the shoulders. 8 more here. Go 8. We're going to hold it. 6. We're going to hold it. Go 4, 3, 2. Hold it right there. Getting the leg a little longer. Lift it a little bit higher and really press to the right heel. Hold it right here. 4, 3, 2. Lower that right leg down. Bend the right knee and roll back onto the left glute here. So really pressing down to the left forearm. We're going to extend the left leg all the way straight. And you can rotate your chest up towards the ceiling a little bit here. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, left leg lifts up, inner thigh activates. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, you lift. Inhale, you lower. Okay, feeling free to adjust yourself as you need in order to make this feel as comfortable as possible, yeah? So I really like to kind of be rolled back a little bit more. So I'm on kind of that meaty part of my glute. But I do notice that it's a lot harder not to collapse into this back shoulder. So double check if you're rolled back as far as I am, that you're really allowing yourself to push down into the left forearm and stay long through the spine. 4 more times. Go 4, 3, 2. Take it up, hold it. Inhale, you got that little frog leg bend. And exhale, we press it straight. Inhale, bend it in. And exhale, press it straight. So again, maintaining that parallel position. So the 5 toes of the left foot are pointing toward me. Ankle, knee, hip are trying to be in line with each other here, especially the knee and the ankle. If it helps, you can think about balancing something on your ankle. I would never actually be able to do that here, I feel like. 4 more times. 3 more. 2 more. Last one in. Take this one out. From here, little lifts up with the left leg, up and up. You've got it, up and up. We're almost there. We're gonna finish class down on our backs, just the way we started. Little bit of double leg work, okay? 8 more pulses, 8, 6, go 4, 3, 2, hold it right there, take a breath in, take a breath out. Now we have that inhale, softly bend the knee. Exhale, press the leg straight. Tiny little bend, press it straight, just like that, faster. Bend, stretch, so it's the little frog leg, but much, much smaller. Every time you extend the left leg straight, really push out through the left heel. Inner thighs pointing up to the ceiling, press and press. Go press and press. You're here for 16. Go 12. 8 more here, it's 8. We're gonna hold it in 6. Go 4, 3, 2, left leg goes straight, you hold it, take a breath in. And on your exhale, maybe lift the left leg a little higher. Maybe bring the right leg out to meet it, flexing through the feet, squeeze the heels together, lift up through the chest, and just hold and breathe for 4, 3, 2, lower the legs, press yourself up to seated. Before we finish, take those couple stretches on the second side. Right leg, right side, figure 4. Right ankle crosses over left thigh, lifting the chest up. Maybe it feels good to find a little movement here, side to side. One more breath in here. And out. Unstack your legs. Take this right leg in front. Left leg goes behind you. We twist over towards the right and then just melt over that right thigh, getting a little deeper stretch into the glutes and releasing in that back inner thigh here. 2 big breaths in this position. You can let your head be heavy. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, breathe it in. Let it go. Continue crawling this direction, just lay back on your back. We're gonna finish with a quick bridge series here, okay? But instead of feet hip distance, I want you to bring the legs all the way together. So inner thighs, knees, ankles are trying to squeeze towards each other. From here, we're gonna lift up into a low bridge, and we're gonna tap back down. You've got it. Lift it up, and tap it down. So you'll notice that your bridge is gonna be pretty low with the legs as close together as they are. That's totally fine, okay? Give me 4 more like this. We're gonna layer on a little bit more. 3, 2. Now lift the hips up, hold them there. Roll to the outer edges of your feet and let your knees butterfly open. Lower your hips down to the mat with this butterfly position. Now on your exhale, you're gonna squeeze your legs together. You're gonna press up to that low bridge. On your inhale, lower the hips, legs butterfly open. Exhale, squeeze the legs together, lift it up. Inhale, lower. I'm gonna encourage you to stay slow here and really focus on that squeeze of the inner thighs. So as you lift up, imagine the ball or something is between your inner thighs and you're trying to flatten it. It's almost like, you know that Suzanne Summers Thigh Master? I feel like this is what I imagine her doing. And I totally just probably dated myself with that reference. You're welcome. You're welcome, children. 4 more here. 3 more. 2 more. Last one, lift it up, hold it up, squeeze the legs together, drop the seat down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. So now we're really drawing the inner thighs in, feeling that zipping up sensation all the way up through the legs. Seat down, seat up, down an inch, up an inch for 4, 3, 2, last one down, hold the up, lift your heels off the mat, lower them down. You've got it, heels lift up, heels lower down. So a little bit of bonus calf work, keeping the hips at a hover, keeping the inner thighs squeezing together. 2 more times, just like that. Lift the heels, lower it down. Last one, lift the heels, lower it down. Now lift the heels, hold it that hover, squeeze the thighs in and in. You've got it. In and inner thighs are squeezing together. Maybe arms are lifting up to the ceiling. 8 more. 6 more. Final variation in 4, 3. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Hold it and pulse the hips up to finish. Little up, little lift, little lift. Relax the ribs. Squeeze through the glutes and lift your hips up and up. With every lift up of the hips, draw your inner thighs closer towards each other. Give me 8 more and a final hold. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, go 4, 3, 2, final hold of class. Squeeze the legs together. Squeeze the glutes, soften the upper body, and then lift the hips up 1 more inch without arching through the back. Hold it right here and breathe. For 4, 3, 2, lower it down, hug the knees to the chest. Take a moment just to rock side to side, releasing through your low back and through your hips. Amazing work today. Take your hands to the top of your shins and just let your knees fall out towards the sides of the room, giving yourself a little stretch for the inner thighs here. You can gently pull the knees in towards the armpits. One more big breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Hug the knees back into center. Let your left leg come down to the mat, extending long. We're just going to kick the right leg straight up to the ceiling here. Nice little hamstring stretch. Maybe it feels good to circle the right ankle around. Reverse that circle if you took it. And then just find stillness here in this hamstring stretch, not trying to push the stretch more than you need to. We'll take 3 big breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. On your exhale, release your hands to the back of your legs. Slowly lower it all the way down to the mat. Keep your right leg where it is. Pull your left knee to your chest. Kick it up to the ceiling. Grab a hold of the back of the leg wherever it feels comfortable for you. And maybe again, you want to take those ankle rolls. Reverse, go the other way. And then just find stillness. 3 big breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Again, breathe it in. And out. Last one in. On your exhale, release your hands. Float the the right leg. No, the left leg, yeah, all the way down, whatever leg you were just holding down to the mat. Find a first morning stretch, reaching the arms overhead, arching the back, opening the ribs, reaching fingers and toes away from each other. Whew. And then roll over onto your side, pressing yourself up to a seated position. Any position that's comfortable for you. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, let it go. And that is your class. Amazing work. I am so happy you joined me today. That was a killer lower body burn. Oh my gosh. If you're looking for a little bit of upper body work to kind of make this a more total body experience, I will link a few classes below that I think will pair really well with this one. If you're done for the day, amazing. I'm so happy you joined me. I'll be back next week with a brand new Barre with Mary class, so make sure you subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you think, what you want to see, and I'll be back next week. I hope you'll join me then. Have a fantastic rest of your day.